What's up, guys? Jason Stewart here with Epic Fighting, here with Bobby the Ghost Winther. He's got a dope tattoo right here. That's the ghost of what video game is it?
Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima.
There we go. And so he's fighting for a California state title. You've been training since you were what?
14.
14 years old. You're 25 now, so you got a lot of years under you.
Yep.
What would you say is your strength as far as MMA is concerned with all the arts? What do you say you're the best at?
Jiu-jitsu for sure. So I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. That's the very first thing when I was 14 I started. And then I started picking up wrestling along when I was like about 20 years old.
Okay.
And then,
so not a high school wrestler, picked it up later in adulthood.
Never formally wrestled in my life.
Gotcha.
So everything's just kind of been brought up and tired of getting beat by wrestlers. So
right.
you gotta fucking learn what they do. And then decided I wanted to fight MMA, so I got more into striking and just kind of really liked how like mixing it all together really worked for me.
So when did you start training at Arena?
So I started training with the Arena July of last year.
Okay.
Actually June of last year because I fought on the July card last year.
Oh, right on, right on. So tell them a little bit about your fights, how they've went, and your upcoming fight.
Yeah, so last year I fought I forget which epic that title that was in July, but there's a ton of people in the card. I went on at like 2:30 in the morning. So whoever the fuck was actually still there, like watching whatever.
That was our biggest, our longest fight card ever. We had like the record of the most fights ever on a fight card.
Yeah,
and that was the first one after COVID. And the crowd that was still there at 3 in the morning was ridiculous. It was bigger than most promotions I've seen like ever at their peak, and we still had that many people there at 3 a.m. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
That's not normal. That's not.
I know. Well, that was like the first one. That was my first fight, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
like
from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. So you went on at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I went against Pablo Plasencia. Can't remember how to say
Plasencia.
it. Yep. So I finished that fight in under a minute with a rear naked choke.
There you go.
And then tried to get on all of the cards after that, but I couldn't get matched up with an opponent until February of this year. I think it was Epic 48. And I got matched up with Angel Alisando. He's from Team Quest, and I was able to finish that fight in like 23 seconds TKO. So I had just taken him down and just ground and pounded him until referee kind of came and stopped. So he was
So you're running through some solid fighters.
Yeah, for sure. I feel really good, got the momentum, and just after that one, it's been trying to stay as active as I can, but it's been hard to get fights or people to accept the fights. So
well, it's you have a teammate, Anthony Orozco, same thing. I told him to come in here and let's just call out every single gym that we can. Dude, from here to LA to Arizona to Mexico.
We won't say no.
To see, because and you know your team is known for kicking ass and taking names, and so that's a testament to your gym. But it does create that challenge of like, all right, we can't get fights. Yeah. We want to fight every single Epic Fighting show, but we can't always find someone brave enough to take the challenge. What do you feel like you need to improve on the most to make it to the highest level that you want, where you want to be?
For sure, and just so it's out there, like being a world champion in the UFC is obviously, hopefully everyone's goal when they're fighting, man. But it's hands down my goal. As far as what I need to kind of get to that level is always continuously working on striking, just because that's the newest martial art as far as all of them to me. But like in martial arts in general, in mixed martial arts, you're always mixing and figuring out which technique works the best for you. So how does the striking get to my wrestling? How does the wrestling get to the jiu-jitsu? Or everything back in reverse? How do I fake the wrestling into striking, make it look like I'm a better striker than maybe I am, or maybe it look like I'm a better wrestler than I am? So that's the cool thing about MMA in general. It's just like you can be so creative with all these things. And as far to answer your question, yeah, I would say going down the striking path and like figuring out how that works into the game, just because you guys haven't seen a lot of it yet, just mainly ground and pound.
Who's your biggest inspiration right now as far as MMA goes?
I like Alexander Volkanovski. I like the way he's extremely technical. He sticks to his game plans really well, and you can tell he researches his opponents and he fights his opponents very well. So
are you a tape watcher? Will you watch film on your opponents and stuff?
Absolutely.
Some fighters hate to do it. They don't want to do it. coach, just tell me what to do. You can watch the tapes.
Yeah.
And some fighters love to study it like a book.
Oh, I like studying it like a
Mhm.
book. I mean, because that is just being a student of the game itself.
Mhm.
And when you go to those highest levels and like want to compete against these guys, it's minute details. You got to be looking for them. If you're not studying, then you are falling behind. You can't just put the hours in the gym because you need that off time to be thinking, like resting your body, but keep the mind going. So as far like I might not be studying a ton of like on my opponent specifically,
Mhm.
but I will be like looking at, all right, what's the part of my game that I really want to work on, or like I'll find tape that matches that, or see the counters to that. Like, all right, what are the counters? How can I work?
What does
on
a day of training look like for you? Are you doing 1 a day, 2 a days?
So I'm usually working, doing some wrestling in the morning, then some jujitsu in the morning as well. So maybe twice in the morning, and
Okay.
then about 2 sessions in the afternoon too. So 3 to 4 times a day.
And how many times a week?
That's about five times a week on like that strict of a schedule, and then like one of those days maybe 1 or twice during that day, and
Okay.
then a rest day.
And then a complete rest day.
Yeah, try to like stress recover, or like just kind of take a break.
Are you eating in the morning? Are you fasting?
Always. No. Eat the whole
first thing?
time.
Yeah.
I'm eating a lot the whole day. So, and like that's how I have a
Any
nutritionist.
you have a nutritionist? So he's
Yeah.
got you on a special diet?
Yeah. So he has written out a plan for me. That's like, it makes it so it's easy. It's like, hey, eat this at this time, and it's the food I already like. And he doesn't try to change anything. His name is Ryan Rupley. He's Guam Nutrition. So
There we go.
we'll have to tag him in this right here because
Yeah.
he's been like the saving grace for like.
Well,
the
that's
food.
huge. It's one less thing to worry about, and that's
Oh
a
my
big
God.
thing that
It's-
athletes or just people in general
Absolutely.
struggle with.
I know, and the fact that I can have that dialed in almost like on like autopilot, as you will, is like that gives me that much more time to focus on training and
Yeah.
technique and be
You
like,
don't get decision fatigue from like, what do I eat this morning before your day even starts? You still like,
exactly.
yeah. What can they expect for your next fight, or how do you predict this coming Epic 50 fight going? I've seen your opponent. You've done some research.
Yeah, so as much as I could,
Mhm.
he's I've only seen one of his fights. He had lost he had lost the fight TKO, but it looks pretty good like on the feet though. He doesn't look like a slouch at all. So as far as what I'm predicting, it is just going to be tagging him a bunch and like really overloading him. Like he's not going to really know where the danger is coming from, and that's the scariest part. You don't really know if I'm going to take you down. You don't know if I'm going to hit you hard. You don't know when I take you down, how hard I'm going to hit you. So you are constantly guessing against me. So.
Whoo! Well, we love to see it. Bobby Winther, Epic 50, August 19th. Check him out. Get your tickets at epicfighting.com. Use his code so he gets credit, and we'll see you guys there. Peace, love, and respect.